To President Blomberg, Board of Trustees, faculty, staff, and fellow recipients of degrees, thank you for giving me the honor of spending this day with you. Congratulations to the class of 2022. Well done. To family, friends, and those of you who stood by, sacrificed, and supported each person present today, we thank you. I'd like to leave you with 4 words today. For those of you also earning your CIIS and will take the EPPP next year for state licensure, this acronym should be easy. The first word is experienced. 6 years ago, when I started this program, I was a single mom. My kids were in high school, and I just quit my job to attend a Doctor of Psychology program. A wonderful author by the name of Ayanna Vincent said in one of her books that when a woman loses her mind, she leaves her man, moves, and cuts off all her hair. I was grieving the death of my husband, decided to go curly instead of straightening my hair every week, and recently purchased a home. As some of y'all know, a mortgage can often be less than a rent in the Bay Area. I officially lost my mind. This program has tested me in a multitude of ways. There's truly something to be said about the wounded healer. I came to CIIS broken, battered, wounded, and on the verge of emotional death. The more I learned about how to heal others, the more I learned about how to heal myself. We come to academia for a number of reasons. Some may want better earning potential, make a difference in the world, be a light for others. I came because I didn't know how to heal the child I almost lost in the accident that killed my husband. I had more experience than I cared to have, but I was going to gain more. I recently learned about statistics. More about statistics than I'll probably ever care to know. I had to input all sorts of data to get some exciting results so I could write a very long-winded paper that would ultimately determine if I was going to get the degree of doctor. Statistically speaking, my depression should have taken over. My daughter should have been a high school dropout, and I certainly wouldn't be here with you fine folks had it not been for me being an outlier. Our persistence has paid off. As I sit with you all, I'm in a small room in Atlanta, Georgia, outside of the Spelman College commencement for my daughter. See, her and I happen to be graduating on the same day at the same time. We went from doing homework together at the kitchen table, fighting through emotional dysregulation, and both wanting to just say, I quit, this is too hard. Now we're both graduating with honors. When I look back at my time at CIIS, I remember the program shifts, the cohort dissolutions, Lonnie leaving and then returning. Hi Lonnie, you're awesome. The many dream courses taken from several programs, but most of all, I remember being the only African American female in most of my classes, and often the only African American in general. That leads me to the third word, purposeful. In 1933, Inez Beverly Prosser became the first African American female to earn a doctorate in psychology. Her research focused on the harming effects of social integration on the African American child's self-esteem. She believed that in segregated classrooms, children felt more supported and nurtured. To think that only 89 years ago we wouldn't be allowed to be in the same classroom, get the same formal education, or participate in class discussions, where the input of different cultures and ethnicities facilitates the most growth. CIIS is one of the few schools that purposefully creates space, discusses diversity, implements diverse programs, and creates a welcoming space for difficult, yet necessary, discussions. CIIS is also a space where if you're a little rough around the edges, like me, they offer sanding tools to soften some of those edges by way of supportive resources, having personal conversations that may affect our ability to show up fully in class, or sharing a story or two that reminds you that they see you. Oh, to be seen. Now I realize this platform isn't what's typical. There may be no throwing of our hoods and hats, hugs from our fellow student peers, or shakes of the hand from that professor that made private bets in the staff lounge regarding our ability to get at least one paper turned in on time. We're shifting globally as it relates to COVID-19, shifting our travel plans and how we hold even the simplest of baby showers so as not to expose or harm anyone. Today, fellow graduates, we shift in a way that will forever change us. We're now models of perfection and excellence in our fields. Today, we remember why we decided this was the degree for us, why this school was a school for us, and what our plans for change are. Remember your strengths, your late nights, your struggles, the times you had to stop and restart, and the times you ran out of money shortly after financial aid disbursement. Remember your experience that made you apply, your persistence that got you through classes, your purposeful way in which you received and implemented the last several years, and the paragon you're called to be. As much as I wish I could continue to celebrate in this ceremony with you, I must say farewell, watch my daughter walk across the stage. I figured with the last name Warren, I had some time to soak up a bit of your excellence that fills the space. Thank you, President Blomberg, Board of Trustees, faculty, family, friends, and the exemplary class of 2022. Congratulations to you all.